Are you guys ready to play a little game of No Fence Riders?
Yes.
We are.
We got 6 today. We're going to save 3 for tomorrow. And let's get to our first one. Will Jerome Ford, the new RB1 for the Cleveland Browns, have at least 99 total yards against the Titans? 2 of you guys said yes. The rest said no. And on the yes side of the fence is a very angry tag team of Jason Lloyd and Earl. That is the angriest duo we've ever had on the side of the fence.
By the way, those photos were both taken just after the Steelers lost.
Nah, Jason doesn't care that much.
I know he doesn't.
Jason, so you said yes.
Jason's got it right.
Why do you think he goes over 99 total yards?
Well, now I'm concerned now that I'm with Earl, the eternal optimist. He and I are the only 2. Earl, don't let me down, buddy.
Well, look, if he breaks one big run
and
like he did against Pittsburgh, and that's what I was thinking, but I went back and I looked to see how good the Titans have been against the run.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, I know they have.
So that's why I went with the under.
You know, I think at least last week, we don't have a lot of proof. Right? We don't have a lot of data on him. But there was a lot of 2, 3, 1, -1, 69.
Yeah.
And it was that big play ability. It was that big play ability that he showed that he has in him. And, you know, he could catch a couple passes out of the backfield. So 99 to me, that felt like a comfortable number. I'm comfortable.
Was that total yards?
Total
yards,
yards.
correct.
I looked at it as rushing
I just
yards.
think the Titans just, you know, the differential going back to last year between them against the pass and run is pretty stark.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to be looking, whether he can handle it or not, to Deshaun Watson to put the team on his back this week.
I think the Browns want to know, and we talk about diminishing the importance of the run game and all of that. But I think they want to know sooner than later
what they have
in Jerome Ford.
I
think they're going to give it to him early and see what he's got. Because they got to know.
What would be your ideal workload disperse? Like, how would you disperse the carries? So let's say there's 25. How many are you given to Ford? How many are you given to Hunt? And how many are you given to Strong?
I'd give Ford 17 or 18.
Okay.
And, I mean, I guess I'd give Kareem 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And then you
no more than
a
that.
couple?
Yeah.
I'd give Ford about the same. I was going to say Ford 20, Kareem 5.
Yeah.
And nothing.
Well, if they get 20, they automatically win, right? Or is
That's
that just
true.
applied to Nick Chubb?
It's only Nick Chubb.
It's only Nick Chubb?
25 carries is the number. They're 9-0 when they have 25.
I thought it was 20. I thought it was 20. I thought it was
that was Nick Chubb. That was
Nick
the
Chubb.
total run carries during Stefanski's tenure. When they've run it 25 times, they're 9-0.
I didn't know that. Well, there you go.
So I'm really optimistic on Hunt. I guess I'll save my thoughts on that because that's one of the questions for
Go ahead, Mike.
It's one of the ones that we are saving for tomorrow.
So go ahead.
So I think that Hunt's going to be. He's not going to be the leading carrier.
Yeah.
He's not going to get that many carries, but I think he's going to get 6 to 8 carries.
I hope you're right. I hope.
I said 5. I think he could get more than that.
But I still think, obviously, I think Ford's going to get 18 to 20.
Yeah.
18 seems to be the number for them
Yeah.
on their leading ball carrier.
I just don't think Kareem's in shape. I'd be surprised if he gives them anything on Sunday. I think he needs a full week.
But think about it. If you give him a carry and a half per quarter, you got 12 minutes on the sidelines to catch your breath.
I mean, maybe, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday is enough. Maybe that's enough.
And he hasn't taken any hits. He's healthy in theory.
He's as fresh as you can be at week 3.
I just know there's a massive difference.
Yeah, you're right.
Tyvis and G will tell you, man.
Between practice and
being in shape and being in game
You're
shape.
right.
Football.
But if they're only asking to do what he's done his whole life for 5 or 6 carries, it might be if they want him to get 18 carries, I think that would be a bigger deal.
Right.
All right,
question number 2. There is only one person sitting on a certain side of this fence. The question is, will the Titans gain 330 yards of total offense versus the Browns? And I would safe to say that we are all confident that this Browns defense is due for another big-time performance. Tyvis isn't here to defend himself, so let's just clown Tyvis for picking the wrong answer.
330 is not very big of a number. That's not outrageous.
I'm not going to clown him.
It's a very low number.
Yeah, that's not.
I struggled
and we all
with
said
this.
no.
I did too.
But I struggled with it. I thought 330. Let's go with 350. 330, you can almost fall into 330 today.
I'm with Bull, though, on Tannehill. I'm not a believer. I know he played well last week.
Boy.
I mean, the Titans are the team.
I don't like him at all.
Our Titans reporter, though, she was talking about him like he's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, rattling off all these crazy stats, which are all real.
Yeah.
She didn't make them up.
Right. The Titans are like the punchline team that we talk about all the time. If you've got a sound defense and a great running game and no quarterback, well, you're the Tennessee Titans.
Right, yeah.
You get to the
by the
playoffs
way,
sometimes, you don't win.
And they've had a ton of success being the Tennessee Titans as well. They win a lot of games in the regular season, not in the playoffs necessarily.
Right.
They have a lot. They got a great coach. They're well coached. They're disciplined. They've got a sound running game and a great defense. So you can win a lot of games playing that way.
Yeah.
Not
which
a bad formula.
Totally nothing like that question, so I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'll
I'm
side
going
on
to say
Jim
it's going to
Schwartz.
be really close.
It wouldn't
But
surprise
I believe in
me.
this defense. This defense, look, what bothered me the most about Monday night, with the Chubb injury and the loss, it just almost erased how great that defense was.
Yeah.
When was the last time they played a game where the opponent didn't take a snap past the 31-yard line?
That's insane. That's insane.
That should be a shutout.
Yeah.
Guys, I asked 330, just so you know. The Steelers had 255 total, and the
Right.
Bengals had 142.
Well, the Bengals, I'm still not ready to say the Bengals are.
No,
That's
I'm
an
just
aberration.
saying 330
If
is
they
a
played them 10
significant step
times,
up
they would
against.
they would get 142 once.
No, I agree. I'm just saying 330 may seem low, but no
Right.
team's broken 260
Well,
against
with
them.
Derrick Henry,
This is
who's
easily
good
the
for
best
80.
running back. This is the best running back they've seen so far. He's
Yeah, no
far better
question.
than anything the Bengals or
Yeah,
Steelers
no
have.
question.
And we have a question in here about that. Next, though, we are unanimous on this one. Will the Browns wide receiver catch a touchdown in this game? They haven't yet this season, and
I actually
we all
changed my
think-
answer at
We
the
are
last minute.
we are going to be wrong. There's no chance we're all.
I
gonna be right
changed
on
my.
this.
I had this as a no, and felt like I was
changed.
being too negative, so I flipped at the last second.
The fact that we all said yes, it's going to be a wrong.
Yeah, that usually
they
scares
don't have
me
one
too.
yet, do they? They don't have one yet,
Not
right?
yet.
I mean, it's got to happen eventually, I guess.
Well, here's again. Last week I said, because we asked this question, is Deshaun Watson going to have his breakout game? My answer was yes,
Because it better be.
because he has to. And my answer to that question is, if we go the first 3 games and he doesn't have a touchdown to a wide receiver,
Any other team in
Well,
the league that could say that?
I would say if he has 3 throws for 3 touchdowns and they're all to tight ends and running backs, that's fine.
I want him to
But-
connect to a wide receiver.
Yeah,
At some
you'd like
point, we're
to.
going to need that. I need to
Absolutely.
see that. It's going to happen.
All right, next one. We are not unanimous on this next one. And someone out here is by themselves. I won't tell you who it is. But what number is higher? The total number of touchdowns the Browns score or the total number of sacks the Browns allow? Bull, you are standing alone on one side of the fence.
Wow.
You say
I like it.
the Browns will score more touchdowns than they will allow sacks. The rest of
Are
us.
you're getting into his Kool-Aid, aren't you? Gee,
Well-
Bush, he's stealing your Kool-Aid.
What? How many? Like, I think the Browns will score 3 touchdowns in this game.
Wow. Okay.
It's not a crazy amount.
no, it's not.
No.
It's not.
Okay. The Browns, the Titans, they run the ball. First, I don't think this game's going to get one-sided. Now, if the Browns end up being up big, then I'm going to be wrong.
Yeah.
But my guess is the game's going to be relatively close.
It will be.
They
and if
usually
it's
play
close,
close games.
what do the Titans do? They run
run.
the ball.
Yeah.
So I don't think Tannehill's not going to drop back that much.
You read the question wrong.
No,
Bull.
yeah. Sacks
No,
allowed.
yeah.
Sacks the Browns will allow.
How many sacks
Yeah.
will
Oh,
Deshaun take?
sorry, yeah.
Do you still agree with that?
I still agree with it, yeah. Because
You think Bull's going to disagree with himself?
Well,
Come on.
if he misunderstood the question, we would certainly allow him to change his answer.
No. At the time, I knew. Yes, I'm sorry, my bad.
You think it's going to go both ways?
Yeah. I mean, I think I think Watson will throw, but I think, I think we tend, when 1 week a quarterback gets sacked a ton, we tend to overreact and think that's going to happen every week. I mean, did he get sacked by the Bengals at all?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least
I think once.
twice. At least twice.
Oh, twice.
At least twice.
Yeah. He was under heat.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
been a problem.
You can join us on the other side
Nah,
of
I'm
the fence
not.
if you
I'm
want.
sticking with it.
See, the thing is, we never bring the grade cards back to see how we did from
That's
the week
right.
before. So
We should,
It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
I
know
have
we
him
should.
saved. Don't
He's got a
worry.
running tally.
He was sacked 3 times against Cincinnati, by the
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
And how many against Pittsburgh? 4, 5,
6.
6?
6.
6.
He's
Okay.
due
So
to
right
have
now
a
he's
lower
averaging
sack game.
he's averaging 4.5 sacks per game.
Yeah.
Browns aren't scoring 5 touchdowns.
No, they're not.
Tennessee's defensive line's pretty good, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're going to get after him.
Okay.
All right, next one. I had a little fun with this one. Well, DPJ let a punt
Yeah,
land
I like
over
that.
his head this week. Earl, take the mic, because you are the only vocal person here who said yes. It's you and G. Bush who said yes. The rest of us are at least going to believe that
I
he
just
learned
said no
his
because
lesson.
if he doesn't, he's cut.
There's no way. There's zero chance.
I mean, if he does that again, he
No.
is cut.
Earl,
No,
mic's
I'm
yours.
I'm like what Jay said the other day, and I'm where Jason is with Jed Wills. I'm done with DPJ. Everybody was like on my neck earlier this year because they thought I was being too critical, and he ain't doing nothing but proving me right. You can't even catch the damn football.
Well,
put your team in decent field position.
Earl,
I'm
you done
with
with him as a wide receiver or just a punt returner?
I'm done with him as a wide receiver. I'm done with him as a punt returner. I'm just done with DPJ. Period. I'm
That's
done
cool.
with him.
I
He's
don't know what
called
you
him
guys are
PJ
talking
because
about.
the D's for done.
As a punt returner, he sucks. I'm with you there. As a wide receiver, his career is an overachievement.
For where he was taken.
He's
He was
a
drafted in the
sixth-round
sixth round.
Yeah.
And he's a solid NFL receiver,
Okay.
a decent receiver.
He's a good 3. He's a good number 3.
How many good number 3s come out of the sixth round?
Well,
That's
considering
rare.
we have 2 third-round picks one that already is out of a job.
Yeah.
And another one that was hanging on by a thread this year in Bell.
Right. We've killed Andrew Berry for his draft picks. This
Yeah.
was
Oh,
a
he
good
nailed
pick.
that. But I think
he
you're having-
sucks at punt returns.
I think you're having two separate conversations: the value of the pick and what is he as an NFL player.
Yes, exactly. Because at
It's-
some
it's
point,
a different conversation.
It's no
But he-
longer relevant where you were drafted
Okay,
at
fine.
some point.
But he
Right.
still has value as an NFL player, not as a punt returner.
No.
But as a wide receiver,
I've definitely
he's
seen
a
enough of him
serviceable
as a
player.
punt
He's. I mean, if you trade him, what are you getting for him? A 5th, 6th?
Maybe if you're lucky.
I don't even know
So-
if you get much for him.
No,
The
but-
point is he's at least a third receiver.
He's on my
in the
Jed
NFL.
Wills hill. He's
Yeah,
on my
he
Jed
is.
Wills.
Don't die on that hill.
We're getting there next, Jason. Don't worry. We're getting
Jed
there.
Wills is better. I mean, DPJ's a better wide receiver than Jed Wills is the left end.
Right now, he is.
I
for
can't
sure.
argue with that.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right, last Fence Rider question. We have 3 more that will be debuting tomorrow on the WKYC version of UCSS. 3 completely different questions. But this one, will the Browns turn the ball over more or less than 2 times on Sunday? So it's either more than 2, less than 2. And everyone here was less. Tyvis, once again, lone on the more side of the
He
fence.
looks unhappy about it.
I hate this question because I like 2.
I did too.
So-
I wanted to say neither.
2, yeah.
They're
I
going
like
to turn it
I
over
like
twice.
2.
That's the point. Pick a side.
Yeah,
Stick
I
with
know.
it.
Well, I had to, so I did.
I think he throws a pick and no fumbles.
For him.
For anyone. I think he probably throws. I'm hoping
Guys,
one interception.
Here's what I've decided after 2 games and this huge body of work to judge this year on. If we win the turnover battle in every game, we should win. Now, against San
Well, that's any
Francisco.
NFL game.
Yeah, it is. It's the most overlooked stat in all of sports, in my view. If you lose the turnover battle, you lose the game. This team
Although they didn't against the Bengals.
No, I know. There are exceptions,
There's
of
anomalies.
course. Of course there are exceptions. However, why did they lose Monday? They gave the football away. Their defense is good enough that if they don't turn the football over this year, they should win double-digit games.
What's funny is that what was the turnover total for the Steelers game? It was 4. Browns 4.
Or for
Steelers
us, they had
2.
one, did they have 1 or 2?
How many Steelers turnovers were there? 2.
The pick
Steelers
at the
turned the ball over
19-yard line.
twice. The interception and the fumble that Denzel Ward caused.
Yes, you're right.
So it's
it's
4-2.
Yeah.
So
It was
what's
4-2,
funny
correct.
is,
But look at points off turnovers.
no. But my point was, what's funny is if the Browns didn't have the 4th fumble when Deshaun fumbled,
They win the game.
They win the game, and they would have lost the turnover in
both
both
of
games
the first 2
and
games.
won.
To do that
It was very
you need
rare.
an elite defense. And I think
that's
they
what
have
they've
that.
had.
I think they have it.
I would think the turnovers are a point of emphasis this week.
I
coming
would
off
think
They
that.
better
every
be.
week from here on out they will
And
be.
so
Take
that's why-
care of the football.
I'll take the under on the 2.
And by the way, one of the reasons I said yesterday you weren't here, one of the things I like most about Kareem Hunt is he has handled the ball over 1,200 times in the NFL. He's lost 1 fumble.
That's incredible.